Hi folks, Noah Bombard with MassLive, and I'm here outside the church in Yarmouth, Pope Pius X Catholic Church, where the funeral for now Sergeant Sean Gannon is set to begin this morning. There's already a lot of people here. We saw hundreds and hundreds of police officers who are staged just down the street here. They haven't even gotten here yet. They're at the staging there. You can see behind me a really long line that goes back to the church for folks waiting to get in, where Officer Gannon, his body is. We received news this morning that Gannon has been posthumously promoted to sergeant, so he's now Sergeant Sean Gannon. Sergeant Gannon was, of course, shot and killed last Thursday in the line of duty while he and his dog, he was a K9 unit, were attempting to serve a warrant. The man who is accused of shooting and killing him was in an hour-long standoff and is now in state custody, waiting hearing and having been charged with Gannon's killing. You can see a lot of outpouring here. We were here yesterday during the wake. Well more than 1,000 people here at the church for the wake, and today looks to be even more for the funeral. We have police departments here from all over the Northeast, of course from Massachusetts, but also from Maine and New Hampshire that we've seen here as well. So folks coming from all over. Just the ride down this morning, the roads were packed with law enforcement vehicles on their way here. As I mentioned before, you can see the line behind me here snaking around to the church as people wait to get inside for the funeral. The funeral begins at 11. We'll have more coverage as we get closer to that, but a lot of folks here early just to try to get a seat inside. Now Gannon, 32, 33 years old, I believe, leaves behind a wife and family, and was 8 years on the department here in Yarmouth. He had been a graduate of Westfield State as well as the Massachusetts Maritime Academy. So a lot of connections across the state for him, and one of the reasons why I think we're finding that there are so many people here from around the state, and like I said, from around New England today for this funeral. Really tragic story, especially when a young officer leaves behind a family, and a lot of people that we've spoken to here that really resonated with them, and also just person after person who knew Sean Gannon, just attesting to what a wonderful person he was, what an upstanding police officer, and just a good all-around guy. We do know that his dog Nero, who was shot as well, is recovering. We haven't heard whether or not Nero will actually be brought here to the funeral or not. He is on the mend, was shot in the face, and the veterinarians were able to mend him up. So I'll give you another quick scan of the crowds here. So as you can see, quite a few people waiting to get into the church. We'll have probably a procession coming down the street here within another hour or so, as police officers in the staging area set up down the street arrive to pay their respects during the funeral as well. There are speakers set up outside here. We'll try to go live again when it gets closer to the funeral. Again, Noah Bombard, Managing Editor at MassLive, and we're here in Yarmouth for the funeral of now Sergeant Sean Gannon, who will be laid to rest today. And we'll be catching up with you later.